Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, 7 minutes after 9 o'clock, it's time for In the Garden with Carol Ann. If it sounds like I'm eating a candy cane, I am.
It's that time of year.
That is it says on your shirt. I can get you on the naughty list.
Yeah.
This is naughty to eat while you're on the air.
Oh yeah. That's one of the. Isn't that one of the number one? You know, when you
Probably
is to
should
eat or
be.
yeah.
But I'm a seasoned broadcaster.
That's right. So you think you can pull it off?
Which is not
no,
possible.
it doesn't work that way.
You cannot talk with something in your mouth and pretend you don't.
And exactly. Yeah.
Even if you tuck it into your cheek.
It still changes the way the air goes through your mouth and the way your tongue moves. Exactly.
So how you doing?
Doing good.
One week before Christmas Eve?
This is the week eve of Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that's a way to look at it.
1 week we got a week to go, folks. I hope everybody's ready, or more ready than I am.
I noticed that when we were in some store yesterday, and they were already setting up for springtime things. They were already starting to take down the Christmas things.
Probably, because a lot of stores are probably sold either out or down, and they're condensing that down and changing the way they're, the layout is going back to what's,
So who is earlier? Big box stores or gardeners? Like every time you talk about gardening,
planning ahead. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're planning ahead. We might not be doing those items yet. The seed starting yet because it's December. We'll start in a couple weeks. I mean, if you've already got a cool season garden going, it's already in the ground. So, but I mean, retail. They're ever changing. The same way, that when you figure the fiscal years, the calendar year, ends the end of this month, but most stores' fiscal years end, about a month later, and so, but still, the calendar year, everything does its changeover, and the new things for next year are coming in, the new colors, the new, because that what is it? Blue. I forget the shade of blue is the color of 2020.
What?
Yeah, there's
I didn't
color
know
of
that.
the year. Saw that on the
what's
news.
the color
saw
of
that I'm
19?
I'm not
What's the
sure
color
what
of this year?
19. I'm not sure what 19 was.
I didn't know there was a color.
Yeah, they do color of the year, and I mean that's where you'll see a lot of pillows, probably pots, furniture. Paint colors, but what was it? I think it's actually even True Blue. There's the one on the bottom, top story.
Classic blue.
Classic blue. Is the 2020 color of the year.
Wait. Okay.
And I'm sure this comes from, I don't know, designers and things
Get
like
ready
that.
to see living coral in your clothing, tech gadgets,
Right.
home decor, and more in 2019. So that's 2019. The living coral.
Okay, that was, living coral was the color.
But classic blue is 2020.
Is for 2020. So.
Wow. I never knew.
Yeah, there's a color of the
Who
year.
knew there was such a thing?
Yeah.
And where do you see it?
You
there
will
it is.
See it, you will see it. I mean, I saw it on the news, but you will find it like I said, pillows, wallpapers.
Blue is the color of 2020.
Classic blue. Not necessarily royal blue or light blue or cornflower blue. It's classic blue.
You're right, classic blue.
So you might see. I mean, even something like Dixie or Solo or whatever. Paper cup things probably may have new designs on their plates this year. You never know.
I had no idea we even did this.
Did color of the year? Yeah, and you know what? I should look.
Nobody. I've done this radio thing for a long time. Robin, this is the year we get to paint blue.
There we go. I got another one for us. Plant of the year in 2020.
Well, there's no blue plant. Remember,
no, there's but you got blue plumbago. I don't know. I have a hard time saying that. It always wants to
blue.
Come out. Yeah, blue plumbago. Usually wants to come out blue plumbago. But 2020, the ornamental category annual, what they're calling it an annual for us, Lantana's a perennial. Is Lantana. Perennial of the year is lavender, and shrub of the year is hydrangea. If you grow or plan to grow any of these, it's a great opportunity, for doing that. So those will be something that will probably.
How long have they done this? The Pantone.
The color of the year.
Pantone releases the color of the year, right?
I guess.
The Pantone Color Institute.
Could be. Yeah, I think that's because that was on everything they were showing.
Wow.
And so if you add the blue in with your lantanas and lavenders and hydrangeas, who knows? Because those are the three plants of the year.
How do you use that information?
How do I use, like, the plant of the year kind of thing?
No,
or the color of the year? Well, I mean, you would be looking, if you say you were someone who changed up, say, your kitchen or bathroom, with new towels or things like that, every couple of years or something like that. You might be looking at, you might be seeing a lot of blue, and maybe you were looking for pinks or greens. And so it might be a little harder to find what you're looking for. You're selecting, say someone's getting married and you're going to buy them a gift. The color of the year might be something you're going to find a whole lot of. Throw pillows or place settings, your tableware and things like that might all be those
people
colors.
Who are really good with fashion can look at a picture and say, oh, this picture looks like it was taken in the 70s. Look at the clothing they're wearing.
Right.
And I'll always go, really? You can tell that?
You could, by the lapels and the bell bottoms and the different things,
I mean, unless it's really obvious, like
those kind of things.
I guess that.
Yeah, or ties.
Or like music. I can do that. I say, oh, this sounds like the 70s or 80s.
Right.
I can do that with music. But you can, and so somebody will say, they'll look at an old photo, oh, this was taken in the early 2000s. I can tell because of the turquoise. Or
I don't know if you could. Maybe you could. Yeah, if you notice, if say it was a TV show or something like that, or something like one of the morning talk shows, you might find that in 2020, their pillows or cushions in their furniture on the set might have a little more blue to them. I don't know.
It's an interesting thought, isn't it?
It is. And now I got the candy cane.
You got the candy. Oh, you're celebrating the season.
I am celebrating the season.
And you're being naughty.
I'm being naughty. That's just I'm on the list. Yeah, I just figure I'll just buy my own gifts.
And actually, it turns out that the candy cane does go well with coffee.
Oh, gotcha.
Candy cane goes well with
many
hot chocolate.
Things. Yeah, with hot chocolate and mint with tea. So it's actually a multi-hot beverage.
That's true.
Multi-hot beverage accompaniment, stirrer.
Hey, speaking of that and what you talk about all the time.
Right.
The other day I saw this thing on TV where people were taking, what was that sweetener you talked about one time?
Stevia?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were just taking the leaves. That's it. They weren't buying it. They just had a plant.
Right. Yeah.
Ripping up the leaves and putting them in their coffee.
Yeah.
Is that really would work?
Yeah, that's how it started out. I mean, it's commercially is where they've taken and dried it and powdered it and took the green color out of it
but
and
these
made
people
it
just-
white to where it does. Yeah, sure, you can
They're
take
just
and
tearing
bruise
up
it,
leaves.
take and bruise up a leaf or two and throw it in, pour your hot beverage over it, and I would probably put it more in a tea infuser, like a tea ball.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so that
yeah.
I could lift it out.
So you wouldn't be swallowing the pieces.
Right, yeah, I wouldn't have to be eating
But they
them.
were.
Yeah.
They had no problem letting
Yeah.
that tea.
The stevia just
Yeah.
steep out the, yeah. I mean, if you're going to make an iced tea or something like that, yeah, you just pour that hot water over that and it's going to pull that out. Even cold water, I believe, will take that, bring that sweetener out of there. Yeah.
But we tried it one time.
We tried it.
Sort
we
of on
tried
the bitter
it.
side.
It was bitter on a plain kind of thing. It does offer a very odd aftertaste, but if you're already accustomed to, say, an artificial sweetener, it's not going to taste a whole lot different. It's just much better for you than an artificial sweetener.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Why is it better than sugar? Because isn't sugar just from a plant also?
It is, but sugar can mess with your glycemic index. It does actually mess with your blood sugars. And the stevia does not, because the stevia is not actually, I don't think, putting sweetener in.
Oh,
it
pudding.
is a taste.
That's right, like
not
pudding.
pudding. No, not P-U-D-D. P-U-T-T.
Stevia is not pudding.
Yeah, it's not
I didn't
pudding.
think it was. It doesn't look like pudding.
But you can have it with pudding.
You can
make pudding with it.
Make your pudding sweeter.
Yeah. So it's
Now that's how do you get naughty.
because there's no
If you make your pudding sweeter, that's being naughty right there.
being very naughty. There aren't children listening, I hope, on the way to school.
No, you
or
have an
anything.
adult show.
Okay.
If you wear that shirt on the air, then you have an adult show.
Okay. But all might have that on, But stevia, unlike refined sugar, doesn't affect the body the same way when you're looking at people with diabetes and things like that, and weight loss. It doesn't have the calories of table sugar, but it has a sweetness that's a better. It's a better.
I guess you have to
sweetener
get
than
used
an
to it.
artificial. You do. I don't mind it, but I've found that some of the commercial stuff will actually mix some of the other sugar alcohols with it, and then it can mess with your digestion.
Oh.
To
not
put
good.
it pleasantly.
Okay, gotcha. I
Yeah.
think I understand what you mean.
Yeah. So watch if you have, if you're sensitive to some of those
So
if
if
you're sensitive to some of those other products, you might want to make sure that you're getting a pure stevia product.
So, like, would you break up a leaf of stevia and put it on your Cheerios?
No,
No?
but you would, if you had the powdered stevia,
Then you put that on your
could put a little
Cheerios.
bit on your Cheerios. Right. Or if you're the good person, you eat your Cheerios just the way they came out of the box.
Oh,
or,
no.
or get the ones, that are a little
that's
little,
not the
little
definition
more
of a good person.
sweet. I know. You eat Cheerios for the sugar milk at the end.
Can you imagine that? You're before the judge.
Oh.
Right? You've just done something horrible, and the judge says, before we sentence you, let me ask you, do you put sugar on your Cheerios? No, Your Honor. You're a good man. Still sending you
Probably his cholesterol's good. But that's, yeah.
Are you ready for some phone calls?
Sure.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Morning.
We've been using that stevia for quite a few years, like on the cereal, and the wife uses it in baking and cooking and everything else. And it's 0 calories, and it's good that way, So it's if you're kind of watching your weight, it's kind of a good thing to use. And I guess it's healthier than sugar, from what I understand.
Well, because it's just a plant, and you're not getting the calories of refined table sugar. And I guess some people say with the refining process that it makes sugar sugar's not good for you, and even stevia is probably not good for you. It just sweetens things to where we like them better. I don't think we naturally have to have sugars, not in that form. But it's not a carbohydrate, so it's not messing with us, in those other ways. But so you all use it. You all buy it buy the powdered or the liquid kind? And
The powder, yeah, in a bag,
okay.
the powder. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a good friend of ours discovered that she found out she had diabetes, and her doctor recommended that stevia for her to use, and which she does. So, and she's so glad that, because she likes a lot of sweet stuff, and she's so glad that there is something that she can sweeten stuff up with without having an effective sugar.
Sure, and also not having an a chemical sweetener. The stevia is a
Right.
natural sweetener that doesn't mess with your what is it, the glycemic index, to where it's not giving you that high and then that crash, because it's not messing with that at all. So you can have it without having the sugar high.
Right. Anyways, two weeks ago we had the big frost and a light freeze here, and
Right.
of course it did a number on my lawn. But now this last week we had a couple of days close to 80.
Right.
And we had 2 rain events that added up to about over 1.5 inches of rain. And son of a gun, if that lawn isn't coming back green a little bit already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But then we got a rain event heading in for today, and I thought we had some cooler or a little more seasonable temperatures coming up. Did that just do that? Something's got to reload now. No, don't do that. I didn't ask you to. Oops. I lost my page. There it is. For some reason, I tapped something twice by accident because one wouldn't close. Here coming up, after what's coming through is like tomorrow's high, at least on the Weather Channel, saying it's below 60, 58 degrees with a low of 37. So here we go back down, and then a little more seasonal through at least next week, middle of next week. Looks like Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas Day is next Wednesday. Is like 74, partly cloudy, but we got rain. Good chance of rain from Saturday through Tuesday next week.
Yeah. Years ago when my folks were alive and my dad retired down to the Tampa Bay area, and when we come down during the holidays to visit, and a couple of times we had a cold spell down there, and everybody would turn on their sprinkler systems to keep their lawns from turning brown.
No, you water. Well, that's one good thing is that with our weather, normally cold events are accompanied early by rain. And watering your landscape before a serious cold, before it freezes, not necessarily a light frost or anything like that, helps to prevent damage because it's not water starved. It's that the roots and the plant material is not already dehydrated based upon the less humidity and things like that. So that's why we water ahead of time. But running your sprinklers at night when it's going to freeze is just going to make a mess of your landscape, actually probably causing more damage. I mean, they used to do the orange groves, but they do that with such a fine mist that water's freezing around that fruit and around those trees, keeping those trees at 32 degrees. And that's all they're trying to do, is to keep that from freezing. But for your lawn and landscape, that's not necessary. It's just not. Watering before is good, but that's it.
On TV here the other day, there was a little bit of program about how to take care of your Christmas tree, what to do, what not to do. And of course, they suggest cutting a fresh about 1 inch off the base.
Right.
And then they said what you can do too, if you got a power drill, is drill up the trunk about 6, 7, 8 inches to make a little hole there. And I guess that helps the water get up into the tree faster.
Well, I don't know why it would be that deep, because most people's tree stands are not that deep. I have heard of the whole thing, but usually the fresh cut is giving all that exposed area, and I think, going up the middle, you're just taking that heart out of it, but, I mean, obviously the tree's dead anyway. But with that fresh cut and ASAP into at least room temperature water, I prefer a little bit more on the hot tap water, kind of thing, of filling that up with quite warm water into a bucket. You don't even have to put it right in your stand yet, because you want to put enough water that's just going to soak up whatever it can first. And even if you leave
do you add anything to your water?
I never have. I always just did that, and just keep water in that reservoir. I know there's I can speak. The commercial manufactured one, call it Christmas tree Kool-Aid. Comes in looks like a little ornament. You open it up, and But I don't know if people realize that they put that, and that you still got to make sure that you're keeping that water in, and that may just, in a way, be a sugar water, because that was always one of those things, is use sugar. Another one was using an aspirin, dissolving an aspirin in there. And what that is, they're trying to keep those capillaries open so that the tree takes that water up. And that's why I say the warm water, or, warmer than just tap water. Just turn the faucet to the hot side, fill up your pitcher, and fill that bucket up for it. And then when you transfer it into the tree stand, again, just keep water in it. But, if you can do a pitcher with warm water versus cold tap water, I think the warm water, personally, I think it works better. But I could also be on that whole thing of, you got to do the ginger ale in the water, and that makes it work better. So, it may or may not be true.
Yeah. See, are you going to be on the radio next Christmas Eve, Tuesday?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Well, then I wish you Merry Christmas next Tuesday.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, until then, have a good day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
And we're going to break all the rules. We're going to have all the Christmas songs, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Going to break all those rules.
I'm sure we will. Why not?
Well, because of YouTube. It's YouTube that I'm worried about.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But I've been doing it since Thanksgiving, and I get these little flags.
Oh.
But they don't actually take a point away from me, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they give you points if you have a really strictly copyrighted song. But I guess Christmas songs are a little more
lenient because so much of it, So, but they, I don't know if I want to do this one. This was weird. I couldn't remember. I told you before we went on the air that I had an idea last night, and I didn't write it down. Biggest mistake is write down your ideas, because otherwise come morning, God knows what it was.
Did it come back?
No.
No, you still don't know. Oh, okay.
Still don't know what it was. Maybe if I remember it, I'll write it down so that maybe I'll remember it for next week. But I had just done, goofy, these were unusual Christmas traditions. We might hit some of these up after I know we're getting ready to go to the news.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a poinsettia to give away this morning.
Do we? I don't know.
I don't know. I thought you said.
I think Robin
came through and said yes. We can.
Robin, are we giving away this poinsettia from Baldwin? I think it is. I think you're right.
Yep, and we have Baldwin's gift certificates.
Okay, got it.
So the first caller who wants will get it.
What color would you call that?
That's I call them. It's pink,
okay.
or the pink and white. It's like a pink and white.
Okay.
That's what they call it, even though it looks like yellow and pink. That they'll get that and a Bob Wine's gift certificate. The other one, anybody else who calls can get Bob Wine's gift certificates. So.
All right. So the number to call right now during the break. First person
gets the poinsettia.
The pretty poinsettia. Okay.
Yep.
622-9622. When we come back, we find out what are we going to learn?
We're going to look at some weird, unusual Christmas traditions.
Oh, cool. I like that.
All
right. We'll be right back with Carol Ann. If you want to win the Bob Wine's poinsettia, you got to be the first caller. 622-9622. Everybody else doesn't get the flower, but gets the certificate.
Right.
$20. Not bad.
Not bad.
There it goes. All right. We'll be right back.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There's tornado damage, some of it major, from Louisiana to Alabama. 2 deaths are reported in northern Alabama, 1 in Vernon Parish, Louisiana. Calvin Turner is the chief sheriff's deputy there.
A lot of structural damage, trees and roadways, just having a hard time getting to some of the locations.
And he says there's concern other people could be hurt or killed. As the House moves toward impeachment, it's expected today to vote on a spending plan to avoid a government shutdown.
The package includes more than $1 billion in border wall systems, an increase in $22 billion in defense spending, and a pay raise increase for military members. In addition, a provision raises the legal age to purchase tobacco products from 18 to 21 and provides $25 million for gun violence research, overturning a 1990s law.
Fox's Jared Halpern in Washington. America's listening to Fox News.
Lowe's helps pros like you get the job done right, on time, and on budget because we stock the brands you trust to power through any job, and it's savings too. Stop in today and pick up a DeWalt Tough Grip 110-piece screwdriver bit set for $28 less, now just $21.98. And get a Paz-Load cordless framing nailer for $100 less, now $299. Save time by ordering at lowesforpros.com and have your order delivered. For the brands you rely on every day to do the job right, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid 12/19 to 12/24 U.S. only.
There's an app to save on flights, an app to rent a bike, and an app to help you save for driving safely. The Allstate app gives you real-time driving feedback with DriveWise, giving you the power to lower your insurance cost. In fact, safe drivers can save 40% or more. Connect and save with DriveWise. You're in good hands.
Download the Allstate app today. Savings may vary by state and driving behaviors. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Use of Allstate Mobile with activation of DriveWise required. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Folks, the camellias at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala are absolutely bursting in bloom, like they never have been before. The fall and winter early weather have been just right for the unbelievable Camellia Show, and maybe just a bit earlier this year. Time for you to bring your family, your friends, your guests from out of town, and come see the annual Camellia Show Spectacular. I'm talking 5+ acres, hundreds of trees of all sizes, some are 65 years old, and thousands of blooms in more colors than you can imagine. Many rare and exotic specimens too. It's free, and you don't have to buy a thing. It's going on right now in all its glory at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, but closing Christmas Eve at 2, Christmas Day, and the day after that. By all means, do not miss the Camellia Show Spectacular now at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala.
Jean Powell, Pasture Mowing. Jean and Debbie thank you for another successful year and to wish you peace, love, and joy in 2020. Now is the perfect time to fence row spray for weed control, rototilling for your winter gardens, and stump grinding. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Powell Jean, Gene at yahoo.com. 352-629-2440. Jean Powell, Pasture Mowing. 352-629-2440. Jean is a proud United States veteran.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. The Francis Marion Military Academy in Ocala has announced that they are closing immediately, citing funding issues as the cause for the closing. Students and staff were shocked by the news 1 week before Christmas and just 2 days after marching in the Ocala Christmas Parade. An African-American police officer in Venice, Florida, is suing his department, alleging he was subjected to routine racial harassment and discrimination. A man who says he forgot he had a firearm on him and unsuccessfully tried to get into Walt Disney World was charged yesterday with a third-degree felony. The estate of the recently deceased mayor of Everglades City is being sued by the city to recover money that officials claim was embezzled. A Miami Beach parking enforcement officer was arrested after the owner of a valet company told investigators he demanded $1,000 in cash each month in exchange for not issuing parking citations. And Disney World's Riviera Resort opened yesterday. The decor is inspired by the French Riviera. And that is your news brief from The Source.
Today will be mostly sunny and very warm, high 80 to 83. Warm night with increasing clouds, patchy fog developing after midnight tonight with a low 61 to 70. For tomorrow, very warm with intervals of clouds and sun, though there will be a shower or thunderstorm around for the afternoon. Tuesday's high 82 to 84. Then at night, showers and thunderstorms, low 61 to 65. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Carol Ann Baldwin's favorite Christmas song, and it's my new favorite Christmas song. Little Drummer Boy, performed by For King and Country.
By King and Country.
They told me,
Yeah, we watched this video after we heard this last week when you told us about it. And then we watched it again on another one and another one. He did do a lot of live shows.
Yeah. I tuned a bunch of family in on that too.
Just such a good one.
It was.
By the way, did you hear about the Gardener's Advent Calendar?
No, I had not.
So you open each door.
Right, each little door,
This
yeah,
one
and
has
there's
seeds in it.
Oh, that's
Each day
cute.
is a different type of seed.
Different type of seed to plant.
Yeah, I don't know how you know, unless it's labeled. Maybe
It
it's
could be. Yeah.
Maybe it's labeled.
Or you plant it just, for fun.
Plant it just to see what it
To see
what it grows into. Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
I wonder. No, the Advent calendar. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there an actual door on Christmas Day, or do they stop on the 24th? Do you remember? I'm not an Advent calendar expert.
I thought there was one.
So I wonder what the tree would be. Would it be a pine, like a Christmas tree seed?
Might be a seed for an evergreen tree. Yeah, for that would be.
We'll go to the phone.
Sure.
Good morning. You're on the air with Carol Ann.
Yeah, I was just calling in about the closing of the Marion Military Academy. I think that something needs to be done. Those kids deserve.
Yeah,
to, if nothing else, finish out this school year.
Yeah, this is gardening show, not open forum for politics. It's a shame, but let's stick with gardening today.
Okay, excuse me, I didn't realize that.
That's okay.
No problem.
That's okay.
No problem.
Yeah.
We stay away from that stuff on this time. Unless they were planting a tree or something.
Not listening
like
to what's happening right there. That's
it.
that's a case of just calling every radio
Just calling
station
to see who would. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's news talk. Let me just stop. But no, I said before the break. I said, there was. I wished I'd remembered what it was. So hopefully next week I will. But I did look up. It's unusual Christmas traditions. And, here in the States, a lot of times, our Christmas dinner might be ham, turkey. A lot of people go with the
I don't know.
God, Lord,
Once you say
this
ham
is
and
good.
turkey.
Ham and turkey, I'm already... Yeah, there's
Meatloaf,
lunch.
maybe?
No, like steak and beef and things like that, because it's a feast versus...
Wait, what's it called? Pheasant.
I'm not much on the pheasant, but the prime rib. That's
a
the word.
Christmas meal? Okay.
Yeah, that's a Christmas meal. Pay attention. But in Japan...
Uh-oh.
Okay. It's actually,
do they celebrate Christmas?
They don't it's not a national holiday.
Well, it's a Buddhist country, isn't it?
Back in 1974, the American fast food restaurant KFC, KFC's in it, released a festive marketing campaign in Japan. The seemingly simple slogan, which I cannot pronounce, says Kentucky for Christmas. Spawned a national tradition.
Kentucky for Christmas.
Sumasu Niwa Kentucky.
Okay.
Kentucky for Christmas. That's the best Japanese. I'm sorry if I butchered
I
that.
think you did pretty good.
Not too bad.
Sounded Japanese to me.
I sounded it out, phonetically. Spawned a national tradition that still thrives to this day. Although Christmas is not even a national holiday in Japan, families from all over the country head to their local KFC for a special Christmas Eve meal. While fried chicken it may be, expect to pay a higher premium on the biggest sales day of the year. A KFC Christmas dinner clocks in at around, which I'm not sure what this breaks down to, but it's like 3,336 yen or $20. British.
Pounds?
Pound.
Okay.
And you want to find out how to have a hassle-free holiday in Tokyo? Watch it. They got a travel guide down there. On this page too. But then so then we got wait a minute, here's another one, another snack you might want for
a snack.
Another snack for Christmas, and this is from South Africa. And so when you think of Christmas food, and this must be a lot of British kind of stuff, you minced pie and turkey are often high on the list. In South Africa, however, it is creepy crawlies that local children look forward to.
What? Bugs?
Fried caterpillars on Christmas may seem like one of the weirdest Christmas traditions around the world, but these caterpillars aren't just the run-of-the-mill variety you find in the garden. The pine tree emperor moth, or Christmas caterpillar, is covered in very festive hues, giving all who swallow a little extra luck in the coming year.
Oh my gosh.
So
They're cooked?
Yeah, they were fried. Yeah, they're fried. So let me see. I had another one. Oh, and I think folks around here have seen it because I've seen the ornaments. Is the pickle in the Christmas tree?
Yeah.
The pickle ornament. Yeah, that comes from Germany.
Yeah, I know that tradition.
And yeah, it's Christmas tradition embraced around the world today is believed to have started in Germany back in the 16th century. So it comes to no surprise that our Teutonic cousins still have some funny customs relating to the festive trees.
So you know how that works?
You hide the pickle somewhere on the branches of the tree, and whichever child finds it gets a special gift.
Gets the gift that's under the tree without any name on it. One gift with no name on it.
And they said some claim that the tradition may not be German after all. One legend says that the Christmas pickle originated in Spain, where two young boys were being held prisoner inside a pickle barrel. And St. Nicholas rescued the boys and brought them back to life. Either way, the pickle on the Christmas tree is a tradition we can totally get behind.
It is a fun one, yeah.
It is, yeah. It's something different, especially. See, now I think here in the States, we've got something totally different. You know, parents wrap empty boxes and put them around the Christmas tree.
Right.
And when the children are acting up, you grab one and just throw it in the fireplace.
Oh, no.
And just, poof.
That must be in your house. I don't ever heard that one.
That's one I've seen. It's
I've never heard that one before.
It just kind of sounds like fun. It's like, you keep acting up. They'll all go in there.
Oh, no. That's crazy.
That sounds fun.
That is a good one.
It is a good one.
You make them cry, though.
It would. Make them behave. You thought that was your Game Boy?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the real presents come out later. At least you hope nobody's put any good ones underneath there at the point. But let's see, what else do we have that's kind of fun and not kind of really weird or sick? I don't know. The Bad Santa just sounds not good.
No, we don't. Not radio friendly.
Well, I mean, it was okay. Here's the Bad Santa, which I mean, maybe that's where the Bad Santa actually is from Austria. They said British kids are well acquainted with Father Christmas and figure American kids too. Father Christmas, Santa Claus, or Saint Nick. But they can consider themselves lucky they don't live in Austria, where a ghoulish creature called Krampus, the evil accomplice of St. Nicholas, is said to wander the streets in search of badly behaved children. During the month of December, you can expect to see terrifying masked figures out and about scaring kids and adults alike with ghastly pranks. If this holiday tradition sounds like your kind of thing, be sure to check out the Krampus parade in Vienna. Yeah, so it's the masks in the picture are pretty gruesome.
That's a funny tradition.
They're pretty gross, yeah. Well, that's worse than the Elf on the Shelf.
We had one the other day. There's a reindeer in here. Somebody else trying to hopefully, I guess, become successful like that guy.
Right.
Whoever invented the Elf on the Shelf.
The Elf on the Shelf is creepy. I'm sorry.
It is a little bit, yeah.
That this thing keeps.
Do you have any more traditions?
What do we want?
I was going to ask you if you could look something up.
I can try.
The Gardener's Advent Calendar. I'm just curious what it actually has in it. I think I read it was seeds, but we have so many questions about the seeds themselves.
Gardener's Advent, Gardener's Supply Advent, Gardener's World Advent.
Calendar?
Yeah. We'll just go with this one. I don't need 2019.
I think I saw it on the Reader's Digest site.
Wooden. Let's see. No, Gardener's Seed Advent.
Nothing happened, huh?
No, I got quite a few.
Oh, there are a few.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
You know, and when we went to Aldi's to get the Advent calendar that they were selling,
there
was lots of them, but there was none that had seeds. There was chocolate, there was dog cookies, there was...
Oh, dog cookies,
yeah,
that's funny.
There was all kinds of Advent calendars. There was beer.
Oh.
A beer a day.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Heavy. Was it heavy?
I was going to say, she needs a case plus one.
Heavy.
Hey, just, every day you come home from work and drink a beer. Okay. I got that one down pat, yeah. This one is Gardener's Seed Advent Calendar. And it looks like these are like little envelopes kind of thing. Count down the days of Christmas with packets of seeds and gardening wisdom for the year ahead.
Gardening wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. The beautifully illustrated Advent calendar will delight gardeners with different variety of seeds or gardening wisdom for each of the 24 days. Contains packets of British-grown wildflower varieties that attract butterflies and bees and help rebuild lost habitat. Premium plastic-free calendar contains 24 beautifully illustrated high-quality cardboard envelopes, 25 miniature pegs, and approximately 2.5 meters pins. Say little clothespins. Because I said it's British. And get approximately 2.5 meters of red and white cotton twine to hang the envelopes from. So that's kind of cool. You just hang them all up like you make Christmas cards. But yeah, it looks like little tiny clothespins, and they are pretty. I mean, like just a
but in England,
like a brown paper.
Wouldn't you need to wait even longer to plant them than you would here?
Well, I mean, it's just you could start them in pots, and enjoy them in pots. Let's see what some of the other ones were saying. There's quite a few of them. 25. No, that's just.
Got to do this next year because this is already the 17th. So
that's true.
If you started it now, you'd be opening them all up in one day.
Alternative Advent calendars for Christmas? I don't know.
Oh, really? I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, the English Garden. Well, it's out. It's still for dedicated, but these are all British. Maybe we don't do a lot of Advent calendars.
So maybe, maybe.
Yeah, that it's organic seed.
Well, maybe that's why Aldi's does, because Aldi's is a German
right,
store,
it's not
right?
It's not an American chain. The Magic Garden. Okay, I don't care if you got cookies. I just don't click on it. I just let it go away.
Lots of cookies.
Yeah, they all want. Yeah, but not good cookies. That one again that one's organic, but those are some neat ideas. You may just have to find one. Yeah, the UK 25 best Christmas Advent calendars of 19. That's if it comes up. This is for families. Oh yeah, that one looks like bottles of wine. Excuse me. That one's got wine in it. But yeah, it's hard to find.
If you have something you want to contribute to the show, two things I'll tell you. First of all, the phone number to the show right now is 622-9622. And you can also go to Facebook and look up Carol Ann's site called In the Garden. And on there, you'll be able to post a photo or ask a question, actually. And if your question is better served by showing a photo, like showing a photo and saying, "What's this, Carol Ann?"
Right, yeah, that's
what is this?
And I did not. I need to put the pictures on, and just because I thought it was, but I did ask somebody else. I had bitter melon coming up on some disturbed property. Had been wooded area. Now it's all cut down.
Bigger melon?
Bitter, B-I-T-T-E-R, bitter melon, and though I guess it's not native to the area.
Is it something you would eat?
It is somewhat. You can eat it.
But it's bitter.
Somewhat invasive, but it's not disruptive yet economically, kind of thing, because it's an annual. But it sure does have a lot of seed in it. So I don't know how to get rid of it. I haven't read. It's got quite a few different medicinal uses as well as I guess some culinary. Or culinary into the medical part of it. So it's different. There's all kinds of different ones.
So
Frosted Party Advent Calendar.
Frosted Party?
Frosted. Give her all the tools, 24, she needs to feel like her most glamorous self this holiday season. So it's got like eyeshadows and lipstick and bath bombs. That one sounds like fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a Harry Potter Advent Calendar. That one I've seen from Lego. I have actually seen that one. There's a different one. It looks like like perfumes. Disney's Countdown to Christmas. A Story a Day. There's Hatchimals, 12 Days Party Prep Beauty Advent. Socks. That's different.
That's boring.
Yeah.
Open the door and get some socks.
Well, unless they were really kind of goofy socks.
Socks. You're into socks.
Yeah. Wooden Advent Calendar. This one looks like it's decorating a little wooden Christmas tree. Kind of
So
fun
do you
for
have
the
a
littler
tree right
ones.
now? Do you have a tree? up?
I have
little
my
tiny one.
ceramic Christmas tree. My mom's,
ceramic.
the back at the 70s kind of thing. I think
My mom had one of them too.
yeah, it's pretty. It's still pretty. It sits
Got
back
little
there.
lights in
Does
it?
it? Yeah, it does
Yeah,
its thing. It's got the one little light bulb in the bottom that lights up the whole tree.
Yeah,
That it's okay. I like my. Oh, this one's kind of cute. Advent calendar coloring book. For kids and adults alike. Doodle page so you can color your way to Christmas. That's kind of fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you're stressed for the holidays. You get to pull out your one each day and color. Like adult coloring. The adult coloring books.
Color it, yeah.
And get yourself through.
Make sure you have plenty of blue for 2020.
Yeah, 2020. It's going to take a lot of blue to get through it. I don't know. Is it going to be a blue year,
never heard that
blue
before.
Christmas next year? Well, the color of the.
That's what it'll be.
It'll be a blue
Oh,
Christmas.
my
So all
gosh.
kinds of Christmas trees next year will be blue.
I think I read or heard that the most covered Christmas song is Blue Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
Not one of my favorites.
Me either.
I mean,
One of the
it's,
most covered Christmas songs.
interesting. There's the chocolate advent calendars. Everybody knows. Playmobil. Jams. That's kind of neat. Somebody likes jellies and jams.
Oh, one
now
a
these
day?
are all like a one a day. They're like the little.
Uh-huh.
So you get enough for toast, or biscuits or whatever your favorite is. So these are some cute ideas. I mean, they're to look at next year. Too late to get them shipped for Christmas now.
I would say, you got to get them on like Thanksgiving, right?
Right, in order to get it on time. Sure, yeah, to get it on time. Here's another Crayola countdown to Christmas. Skinny Santa. Uh-oh. Pottery Barn kids. This one's got pockets. Advent calendar assortment of chocolates and festive treats.
Chocolates and pockets?
Chocolates and pockets. And festive treats. A lot of these are children's ones, which I guess is good, Oh, that one's pretty. This one, wow. $85 on Amazon.
Whoa.
Yeah. Let's see.
Whoa.
Better than cardboard option can be left on display all season long, even before Advent begins. Once Christmas first hits, store treats behind the doors and let everyone in your family take their pick. So there's all kinds of Marvel. Hey, yeah, anybody into the Marvel, superheroes? There's one of those. Oops, don't do that.
Have you looked at the weather? We're going to have a big chance of rain today.
Yeah, today
And
could
then
be
cold
some
temperatures moving in.
Some of it tonight could, or I was hearing that it's starting like later this afternoon and running until late tonight, and possibly some pretty severe weather.
Yeah, they've had some in Alabama, Mississippi. Yeah, so maybe some of that's coming this way.
So do watch out. Yeah, we got 80% chance of rain in the afternoon, and then tomorrow's high is gonna be like 60, 58, low of 37. Thursday 63, and then Friday back up to normal 72, 71. That's
So you're going to be here
seasonal.
Christmas Eve day?
Yes.
And where are you going to just be home on Christmas Day?
Yeah. Just nothing exciting. Yeah, I had my vacation, so had vacation.
Do you
so we
do you have any friends or people in your circle that are like Jewish and Christian, where they celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas?
Somewhat.
I've
That
known
they
some
probably
people like that, yeah.
a little more. They do, I think, a little more of the Christmas stuff. We've had people come in and buy. They call it they just call it their holiday tree. It's not a Christmas tree because they're Jewish.
Okay.
And they decorate, with the colors of Hanukkah are usually the silvers and blues. So they
this is
that.
blue
this
is
their
color,
year for this year.
So their tree has just blue lights on it.
Blue or white lights, kind of thing, and
You're
so
right,
but
blue and
I've
white,
had a lot of different ones going on for the year.
And I think I don't remember when Hanukkah starts, but it's one of those years where Christmas and Hanukkah are kind of the same time. Like there are some years where they're kind of
very
like 3 weeks apart.
Right, quite separate. But this year, you look at where Thanksgiving and Christmas, this is the closest they could ever be.
Yeah.
They were literally less than.
So are you done shopping?
Almost.
Do you do any online?
No, I haven't really gotten into the online shopping stuff. I like to walk through because usually I'm not always sure what I want to get. I try to plan ahead, but I'm not sure. It's usually I'll be walking through a store and I'll go, oh wow, that is for...
That's what happens for me.
So it's like,
yeah.
and my daughter used to yell at me because I'd go, it's just got to grab me by the throat and say, buy that. And she'd go, Mom, that's just not a festive way to think. I said, well, it's just, it goes, oh, that's the one. It, catch your breath and go, that's the shirt. That's the perfect. That's the, and.
So did you buy the shirt you're wearing, or did
Yes,
somebody buy that for you?
I bought that for me.
That's pretty suggestive. I can get you
on
the naughty list.
On the naughty list, yes. It's fun. Nobody knows what I'll wear when it comes to the weeks between.
Do you ever have somebody
Thanksgiving and
comment
Christmas.
on your shirts because they've seen it on the video?
No, I just have people comment that they just love the love the shirts because one year my daughter and I had almost matching shirts. They were both Grinch shirts. Hers said "Define naughty," and I had my arm wrapped around her, and mine said "naughty."
Okay.
We matched. That was a fun one. And
Did you go to the Christmas parade?
No, I was out of town.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I was out of town.
That's right. You're on vacation right now.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
Until Thursday?
Yeah, I go back on Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And then do you get Christmas off? I hope.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The store's closed on Christmas. Everybody's closed on Christmas.
Closing
I think maybe,
early Christmas Eve?
Yes, we close early Christmas Eve, and so that's a good thing. And
New Year's? What are you doing for New Year's? We're
I think
almost
I have
there.
to work. I mean, I only work during the day, but I have to work the next day, so I will be home behaving myself. I won't be out being naughty.
There's only really one song for New Year's, isn't there? There's all these songs
Auld
for
Lang
Christmas.
Syne,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's it. Just one song.
There's probably some others that you might attribute to them.
Yeah? They all sound like Auld Lang Syne, though.
Yeah, probably.
All have that same sound.
But, well, it's the end of the year, incoming to a new year.
This Friday, we're giving away that carpet over there.
That's right.
We're doing that.
Got lots of names in the
And
box.
this Friday, we got the lady coming in, picking up the toys for the
Picked all
children.
the toys for the kids,
So,
kids helping kids.
Yeah,
Cool.
big time for us here in the
Oh,
area.
yeah. It's a great time of year.
All right, any cookies? You making cookies?
I need to go home and make cookies. Actually, I went.
Really?
When I was down on vacation at my niece's, we baked cookies, but it was for them to get all the kids together the next day to do the decorating. So we didn't decorate cookies.
So you know what the number one Christmas cookie is? We were watching this yesterday. It's just.
It was for us. It's the peanut butter with the kiss in the middle. It's like, no, I'm rolling out my cookies.
That's
and
right. We did
decorating.
have that story.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was on ABC
But
News.
that was a Betty Crocker advertisement, if you ask me.
Oh, okay. ABC News just said chocolate chip came in first.
But that's not a Christmas cookie.
I thought the same thing.
Christmas cookies are special.
The chocolate chunk. I like the chocolate chunk.
I mean chocolate chip or the white chocolate macadamian kind of things are good. But I mean, I love chocolate chip cookies. Don't get me wrong; they're one of my favorites. But for Christmas, you need to have the rollout ones with the frosting that's just way too sweet, and you eat way too many of them because they're just that good. And I have to go home and make my batch. So, and I'll have way too many cookies, but when the daughter and grandson come, they can take some home, and I'll bring some here. I'll bring some.
So, do you have any
to
plans
work,
for next week's show? You do anything special for the Christmas Eve?
That's all. Hopefully, I'll remember what it was I was
gardening
wanted to talk about today. We'll come up with something.
Oh
fun.
my gosh. Okay. Always fun.
Always.
The show is over.
It is.
And now we move over to Matt Gibbs. Let's talk about your
Get
car.
your car fixed for Christmas.
Get your car fixed.
Yeah. Get your car running so that you can go visit family safely on the road.
I actually thought about giving tires as a gift to my son.
Well, there you go.
That's a good gift,
It
right?
is a good gift.
Tires, yeah.
Yep.
All right, Carolyn, thank you so much.
We'll
be
see you
careful
next
out there.
week. Oh, yeah.
See you on Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yep.
We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Today in the House, setting the terms for debate.